You're helping them mess over colored people. That's what you're doing. This is a racist
ridiculous.
act by you and Miss McDonald and your entire courtroom. Y'all doing this against, y'all don't do this to the Caucasians, but every colored person come in your courtroom, you want to put this in their car and hold this against them the rest of their life.
Well, it sounds like it might be something that's related to you more than the attorneys, since you've now gone through 2 attorneys.
I'm going by what the law is saying. It's obviously you're not following the law. If you think you're going to keep getting away with it, this is the way we going with this. All this about some other.
This guy walks into court after getting caught driving without a valid license. When the judge doesn't just let him off easy, he freaks out and starts yelling about racism like it's his excuse to get away with it. He's giving major sovereign citizen vibes, twisting everything to make himself the victim. And by the way, driving without a license is taken seriously because it's a public safety issue. So what do you guys think? Is this guy just clueless or something deeper going on? Let's check out what happened.
At this point, I would ask the court to allow me. At this point, I have a conflict.
Mr. James, go ahead and activate your audio.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Well, I have a problem understanding what's going on. You had previous counsel with SMH. You were then given conflict counsel with Mr. Smith. Are you planning to hire private counsel?
No, ma'am. I didn't ask him to withdraw.
Yourself?
No, ma'am. I didn't ask him to withdraw. He took it upon himself to do that. I have nothing to do with me.
Did you file a bar complaint against him?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how do you think that's going to affect your working relationship with your attorney?
He needs to do his job. It was some things that you informed him to do that he did not do. For us getting the evidence for me to prove that I didn't commit this crime that you guys got me charged with. He was supposed to get in touch with Intoxalot. You told me that he don't have to get in touch with Intoxalot. I'm of the belief that's his duty to get in touch with Intoxalot to find out what's going on. And he haven't done his job. And he made that decision. It wasn't me this time. He made this decision. I can't afford an attorney. I need another attorney.
Well, we don't have unlimited attorneys to give you. It sounds like you have issues with the attorneys that get assigned to you. And that began.
That's not my fault.
Well, it sounds like it might be something that's related to you more than the attorneys, since you've now gone through 2 attorneys. So, Mr. James, I don't know how we're going to proceed on this case. We don't have unlimited attorneys that are contracted with this court to assign to you.
That's not my fault.
Well,
if you're going to tell the attorneys that they don't have to help me, then what am I going to do? You told me in open court December the 16th that they don't have to do anything for me. I have a Sixth Amendment right to be represented by attorneys.
Yes. And Mr.
And they're not doing that.
Unequivocally, I cannot say your attorneys don't have to do anything for you. So that's just not true. And
what was you referring to? What was you referring to when you said that? When you stated that my attorneys, what was you referring to when I told you that I needed them to get in touch with Intoxalot? These are the people that are holding me in here, bringing false charges against me. Everything they charged me with, I served my punishment on that already. With Intoxalot charges.
Those are 2 different things, Mr. James. You are charged with driving on a suspended license. The issue is whether or not the Department of Licensing suspended your license, whether you were given notice and due process, and the information pertaining to your status, and whether you chose to drive after the fact. Those are the relevant issues.
Full-blown sovereign citizen, but he's definitely copying their attitude. He's trying to boss around his public defenders like they're his employees. That's not how court works, man. Public defenders already deal with a tough job, helping people who can't afford their own lawyers. If you don't like the help, simple. Hire your own attorney. Acting like you're in charge just makes you look stubborn and wastes everyone's time.
Have other concerns. I don't know your situation with Intoxalot. I know you have a beef with them about whether or not they conveyed information to someone. I believe that's what you've said previously.
But you guys are their enforcers. Y'all enforcing Intoxalot. I just spoke to DOL. They say they're not going to get involved with what's going on with me in the Toxalot.
That's right.
You can't
You
make Toxalot give them the compliance.
That is not, that's whether or not you had a valid license on the date of violation is the question.
Well,
So
who's holding me in here? Who am I fighting against? Who said my license is suspended?
the Department of Licensing says that you did not have a valid license on the date of violation. I'm assuming that's what Ms. McDonald has in her file, and that's why she filed charges, and that's why they're proceeding.
Correct.
They told the DOL informed me that they didn't suspend my license. They can't make Intoxilot give them the compliance. And Intoxilot sent me a settlement letter saying if I paid $139, I will receive my license back. I paid $139. They still haven't given me my license back. So they led me to believe if I pay this amount, they would give me my license back. The amount was paid, and they still have not gave me my license back. Now they're saying it's something else.
No, they've
been playing this game
still
with me for
showing
years.
up suspended, Mr. James, as of right now, and there's a reinstatement condition that you have ignition interlock with compliance for at least 4 months. That is
The
a
court
requirement.
said I complied. The sentencing court said I complied with the 4 months.
What citizen court? I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
court that sentenced me in Seattle District Court. Seattle District Court said I complied with my 4 months. They said they was monitoring me at the same time Intoxilot was monitoring me. They both had my car under GPS monitoring me. And the court that sentenced me to the 4 months, they said I complied with my 4 months. They said that they had a tab on me just like Intoxilot did. They said I'm finished. I talked to the clerk of court. They said they also was GPSing and monitoring my car during the same 4 months Intoxilot was. And they said I completed the 4 months. So if the court was monitoring me at the same time the Intoxilot was monitoring me for 4 months, the court said I completed it. Because if the court otherwise,
What are you talking
otherwise
about?
they would have turned over.
Mr.
Otherwise,
James.
they would have notified
Mr. James,
DOL to suspend my
Mr.
license.
James, what court are you talking about? I think you hear what you want
King
to
County
talk.
District Court. King County District Court, the court that sentenced me on the DUI charge. There is no other court, ma'am. The court that sentenced me on the DUI charge. The court that sentenced me to the 4 months compliance with the DUI. No more than 4 months. It could have been less than 4 months. It was on my car. The court that sentenced me
That was back in
was monitoring my car.
Right? The 2015
Yes, ma'am.
case, you were sentenced in 2018.
But the court was monitoring me at the same from November to 2021 all the way to March of 2022. The court was monitoring my car as I was driving. The court that sentenced me, they say that's their job to monitor everybody they put on DUI, and they have to have that interlock device. They monitored me for the whole 4 months. The judge said I'm finished. I successfully completed it. And he said case was effectively immediately closed. Who opened it back up? Your guess was Intoxilot. They opened it back up. They went against the court's order and opened the case back up. The case was closed. The court said they monitored me the whole 4 months I had the thing in my car. That was the court that sentenced me. That's Seattle District Court, the West Division. I talked to the clerk of court. They said he monitored the whole 4 months it was in my car. They said, and they sent me an order saying I successfully completed the 4 months.
Here's the real issue. This guy thinks his DUI case is old news and that everything should just reset. But that's not how it works. When you get a DUI, your license doesn't just magically come back. You have to go through steps from the Department of Licensing to prove you're following the rules. That's where Intoxilot comes in. It monitors if you're meeting your interlock requirements. Since he didn't, he's technically not allowed to drive yet, even if he's still doing it anyway.
And that this case is closed. So if the court is saying I'm finished and Intoxilot is saying I'm not finished, we have to go on what the sentencing court is saying. I'm going on with the sentencing court is saying.
Well, then you are doing that to your detriment. So if you choose not to listen to your attorneys, you are still showing suspended. Your status is
My attorney haven't told me anything. My attorney is not even talking to me. He won't even get in touch with me. He haven't told me anything. One attorney said, Sean Parent said, I need to put it back in my car 11 more months. It was already in my car 14 months. And you keep saying I have to put it in there for 4 months. The machine was in my car for 14 total months until it was ordered to take it out of there. Had I would have taken it out, a warrant would have been placed for my arrest. I didn't take it out. The
There
people
are
who put it in my car took it
James,
out.
there could be two different things going on. The court may have ordered you to have an ignition interlock device as a condition of your release while the case was pending. If you entered a guilty plea to the DUI or were found guilty, then the Department of Licensing will impose certain restrictions based upon your plea. And that may be what's going on.
I did everything. I took the classes. I took the DUI classes. I paid all of
And I think your
victim fund.
DUI,
I did everything, all that.
Your
I did all that
DUI
already.
Okay. If you would stop talking, I think your DUI case is closed, but you still have obligations to the Department of Licensing. They have their own systems in place, and
They told me I don't. They told me I don't. In a recent email that I got from them 2 weeks ago, they said they have nothing to do with this. They don't want to. They say this everything that's going on. DOL told me is between me and Intoxalot. They say I broke the conditions of Intoxalot, not DOL. They say that Intoxalot saying I broke the condition.
So, Mr. James, it appears to me that Intoxalot is not going to show that you're in compliance for whatever reason, and that is your beef with Intoxalot. Okay? But if Intoxalot is not sending the proof to the court or to DOL, it's not the court, it's to DOL, then they're not going to lift the restriction. They're not going to show that.
I understand that, but it's DOL is not holding my DOL is have to go by what Intoxalot said.
Right. And
Everything you saying,
DOL does
I
not have proof. DOL apparently does not have proof that you have the 4 months compliance.
Well, I told them they can contact the sentencing court. The sentencing court has the proof.
That is
Otherwise,
not,
they would have never told me.
Not the same. So, Mr. James, if you choose to just disregard what people are saying to you, you're just.
I'm going by what the law is saying. It's obviously you're not following the law, Your Honor. You're not following the law. You're upholding something illegal for Intoxalot. You're helping them mess over colored people. That's what you're doing. This is a racist act by you and Ms. McDonald and your entire courtroom. Y'all doing this against. Y'all don't do this to the Caucasians. I have sat in your courtroom. I have watched you not give Caucasians the Intoxalot machine. You did not put that in a car. Instead, you'll give them a fine. But every colored person come in your courtroom, you want to put this in a car and hold this against them the rest of their life. If Intoxalot had authority over me, then that means I'll have that thing in my car the rest of my life. If you give them the authority and you uphold Intoxalot authority, it's obviously you own Intoxalot in payroll. So it's obviously Intoxalot is paying you to mess with colored people. And that's what's going on. They paying you to mess with colored people and to keep that on their car.
Because you're saying a lot of things that don't make any sense at all. I'm not doing this to persons of color. That is simply not true. I'm not
doing this to everybody over the United States of color.
I don't have anything to do with Intoxalot. I don't think DOL cares.
You upholding a legal. First of all, no law should be enforced that deny me privileges. And
ignorance here is next level. This guy seriously thinks he can't be punished even though he already has a DUI on his record. He acts like the legal consequences just disappeared overnight. Once you get a DUI, there are rules you have to follow. That's the deal. Maybe if he didn't get a DUI in the first place, he wouldn't be stuck in this mess. Instead of blaming everyone else and playing the victim, he should probably just listen to his lawyer. He might actually have his license back by now.
Your privileges, and you intentionally doing it, Your Honor. You're intentionally using some old piece of law that somebody said to deny me privileges and to constantly punish me. I done been found guilty. I done served my time. I did everything. The court said I complied with the 4 months. You started telling me about another punishment. You cannot use a law to punish me and keep denying me my driving privileges. If you think you're going to keep getting away with it, this is the way we going with this. You can't use a law, nobody can enforce a law in violation of my due process rights. Nobody can use a law to continually to deny me of my driving privileges. All this about some other shit and this other person and that person, they don't have nothing to do with our Constitution.
James, I'm concerned.
That has nothing to do with our Constitution.
Do we need to have
a keep using a law to deny me privileges? This case been going on for 10 years. I'm still on my first offense DUI for 10 years. Common sense will tell you this is ludicrous. This is bull crap. You can't keep using the same case to punish me.
Mr.
James?
James, you've been muted. I'm concerned whether or not we need a forensic evaluation. I don't know. I mean, I think Mr. James is just angry with the system.
Well, Your Honor, the bottom line is he didn't fully pay the interlock people. I think he paid a settlement amount, and somehow that letter did not get to DOL, or they didn't uphold their end of a partial payment to give the information that he did his ignition interlock to the DOL. So that's, I think, where we are.
But that is not a situation that I have any control over for him and for his relationship with Intoxalot. There's Mr. James is facing a new case in King County District Court. And I can see that would be very frustrating if he has complied and it's simply a matter of not paying. But the Department of Licensing is the one for any future release of his driving status. Let's see.
I just paid them their money in January, and then they came with they gave DOL some information to give me last month, saying that I did something on May 23rd of 2022. Right after I paid them their money, they led me to, right after I gave them their last payment, they sent me a settlement offer that if I pay this $139, that is over with. Right after I paid them, they close my account. They closed my account with Intoxalot. Then when DOL talked to them, they open the account back up and say I did something else wrong. So you can't keep enforcing the law to keep denying me of my account. You can't keep denying me privileges like this, enforcing this law against me over and over again, the same law, the same case over and over. You can't keep doing it.
Mr. James?
I think we're ready for federal court. I think we can take this to federal court.
Mr. James?
Because y'all don't respect this.
We are in a position right now where Mr. Smith has made a motion to withdraw due to a conflict given the bar complaint. And I think that we could be here all afternoon with Mr. James voicing his frustrations. So I think we just need to handle the issue of the conflict and figure out conflict counsel and go on from there and move it to the next jury term so that conflict counsel can get up to speed. Speedy trial under the rules would restart today with the
Let's be real. Watching this guy is painful. He clearly doesn't get that Intoxalot and the court are two different things. The judge is only dealing with his driving without a valid license charge, not whatever loophole he's dreaming about. And whoever his next lawyer is, they can't magically erase that. Honestly, if he refuses to listen, he might as well represent himself and save everyone the trouble. What do you guys think? Is the court being unfair, or is this guy just in denial? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily videos.